going to switch gears to DC's music scene. We know that the DMV has no shortage of amazingly talented artists. And today we remember one of DC's most beloved, Cat Janice, who passed away from cancer in February of this year. We are joined today by Cat's brother, William Cubby Ipsan, who goes by Cubby, and also J.E. Green, who is the musicianship director of community engagement. No stranger here to Great Day, Washington.
Good to be back.
Yeah, thank you both for being here, and so sorry for your loss.
Thank you, I appreciate it, Ellen.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me out.
Thank you, absolutely. So we're getting closer to the Whammies, but I know that we are celebrating kind of a different occasion today.
Yeah,
Jay.
for us it's definitely about Cubby being here, so we're going to calm down a little bit on the Whammy talk. We know it's coming up, but we wanted to recognize, as the community did for us, Cat in her memory. So what better way to do that than to have her brother here with us today?
Yeah. What role did Cat feel from the DC community, and how did that impact kind of her music being here in DC?
DC definitely acted as a cornerstone for Cat's music career. She played at most of the venues in the area. All of her band members were all from the DC area. A lot of people nationwide know Cat from TikTok and her viral hit, but she had been doing music a long time in the DC area, and the exciting events that she got to live through through her music career, the majority of them were here in the city in DC.
As a music recording artist yourself, when did you discover that you had this kind of musical talent? Were you both growing up singing? What was that like?
It goes back as far as I can remember. My mom was also a radio disc jockey in the area back in the 80s, and we would be driving around in the back seat and she'd be playing oldies. So for us, the music, as far back as I can remember. And Cat started playing orchestra and violin at a very young age, and for me as her younger brother, watching her just take on any instrument and excel in it, for me it was just trying to follow in those shoes. But as far back as I can remember, we come from a homeschool family, so for us it was a lot of, you can stay up if you're playing an instrument, or we would have our music teachers and whatnot, but for the most part it was just the siblings together playing music was always a huge part of just the beginning and picking up on it.
I feel like so many people will hear the song, Cat's song, Dance You Out of My Head, and be like, I know that song. This went viral. People around the globe know this song. What's kind of the background, and how did that song come to be?
Yeah, absolutely. It did become a very fast viral sensation, and it really started, I would say, from her DC community. We had all anticipated the release, and we knew that at the time she was on hospice, so her local community was just excited to be getting one more song from her. And when she had shared the story, it was very heartbreaking for all of her fans in the area, most of them friends, but they all pushed very hard to just be sharing on their socials, and over time more and more people across the nation and then the globe picked up on it. And she had left all of she had signed over the royalties to her son, Lauren, and so the story plus just a great song altogether, I think it was just a recipe for virality, as you could say. He's
a musician too, right? Lauren is.
Yes.
How's he doing? Is he still playing music?
He is. He's taking piano lessons. We've tried to get him onto a few different instruments, but I think he takes after his mom and the piano for sure.
Yeah, we're thinking about him for sure. An incredible artist that's right here in the DC community.
Absolutely. I remember when you were talking about Cat going into hospice, I remember my colleague Carrie was like, hey, this is something that we need to pay attention to. But after Cat's passing, the Whammy community flooded our inbox. What are we doing for Cat? What are we doing for Cat? What are we doing for Cat? And I just felt like I told you a moment ago, a social post just wasn't enough. right? Like someone's memory is much more than that, much greater than that. So I wanted you to be able to speak to the memory of your sister more than we could. So like I said, this isn't so much about all the other things as much as it is recognizing somebody who's a part of the community, because that matters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you for having us
Yeah,
on.
thank you for sharing her story. I know so many more people will want to know more. Her legacies will be honored as well. So remember, you want to grab your tickets to the Whammies. It's going to happen April 20th. It's at Capital One Hall in Tyson's Corner. It will be hosted by our very own Allison Seymour, Wisdom Martin, and Lorenzo Hall. So you can always head to whammies.org to grab your tickets now.